Every business has a story, but there's one question every business should answer. Why should I choose you? Real businesses, real people, real answers. Why should I choose you? A multimedia podcast series to help business focus in on the value they bring to their communities.
Hey, good afternoon, and thanks for joining us for Why Should I Choose You? Today I am with Sam Fataros from Apple Core Solutions. I've known Sam for a long time, and I know he does great work, and he's a great person, but I'm going to let him share a little more about him. Sam, how long have you been doing this work?
Well, professionally, about 33 years here in the Grand Strand area.
Wow, 33 years. So you've seen a lot of changes in the industry.
Gosh, yes. I've seen it since the dawn of the computer age. You know, I was trained on computers back in the mid-'70s, and mainly because I was dyslexic. So, you know, that we took advantage of the early workshops in the libraries after school. Mm-hmm. And my mom signed me up for this, working on these PET Commodore computers back in the mid to late 70s, and then eventually evolved to the Commodore VIC-20, 64, the Amiga computers, which eventually led to working on Macs.
Yeah, that's so many different cycles, and it happened, seems like it happened quick, but it's been 30, 40 plus years of all these changes. I remember the floppy disk and...
Yeah, the 5 1/4 floppy drives. I have a Commodore 64 in my office, two of them actually that a client gave me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll take them. I still love those computers. I still have all my 5 1/4 floppy disks with all my programming.
So cool.
From back in the day. Oh. Yeah, it was a different world back then.
Now, what got you into this line of work? I mean, just was it by accident, or you always had a passion for it?
Well, it was always fascinating to me. You know, I've had every game console, from the dawn of time, from the Pong. My uncles had Pong, and then Atari 2600, the Intellivision, Mattel Electronics and Television, eventually ColecoVision, and that evolved to the NES and every game console right up until now, where I'm on Xbox Live.
Yeah. With
my Xbox Cyberpunk edition. And I play with my son and all his friends, and they're like, wow, this old guy can still play some games. And so that's what fascinated me, was the graphics, the sound, the animation, the CGI. And I was like, gosh, how does all that work? So when we were programming, in the back of all these magazines, we had these programming code, and we type it in, me and all my geek friends, and we had so much fun doing that and executing the programs. Back on the Commodore, it was like load star, (8), (1) and run.
Oh my goodness!
And after you compiled all this, then all the go-to commands and everything. So I was like, wow! And I wrote my dad's first accounting package for him on a Mattel Intellivision 2, the computer expansion. So that was just so fascinating to me. And when I was younger, I was also into working out a lot. So I was at a crossroads. Do I want to get into like rehab, where I'm kind of helping people and training them and recovery from injuries? Because I really enjoy working with people. Or do I want to get into IT? And I ended up going to DeVry Institute and eventually focused on electronics curriculum, transferred from Woodbridge, New Jersey to Atlanta, and then back to New Jersey, and from there I had 36 techs under me working for Mac Warehouse, and then I moved to Myrtle Beach 33 years ago and started my own computer business.
Yeah.
So that's how all that happened, believe it or not.
Incredible. And then back in those days, I remember coming here myself over 25 years ago and seeing one of your billboards, and I just thought it was the coolest thing. It was a dinosaur.
I still have a photo of that.
Oh my goodness. So I mean, you were actually helpful to me when I was starting my business back then to help me actually figure out, okay, how can I have there it is, man.
That was T-Rex Computers. Cool. I started this in 1993 when I moved here from New Jersey. Yeah. And my son's age, that's his current age. And this was it. This was the business. And I did this for 21 years.
Excuse me, I'm going to interrupt, but was that the Village?
That's right. I was in the Village.
Yes.
We're Berkey's. Berkey's is now formerly Ritzy's, and that's right.
That's good. So we got some voices in the background. That's just Jay, and we got to make sure we give a plug for Jay. Jay is part of the Why Should We Choose You team here. He's just on the back end, and he's with Clean Feed Productions. And without Jay, we couldn't make it happen. So.
He's an awesome guy.
Thank you, Mr. J. Yeah, but that T-Rex computer mouse pad that you just shared with me, can can't. I never forget. I was driving down the bypass 17 in Myrtle Beach, and just upon the billboard was this monster billboard of that, and that was how it all started. How I actually had an opportunity.
Yeah, take a bite out of your computer problems.
Yeah,
that was
man.
the old.
Yeah, it was cool, so cool.
Yeah, there's nobody here back then that worked on Apple computers.
No,
My sister lived here for years, and my family used to come to Myrtle Beach and visit on vacation, and so I always loved it here. When my sister relocated here, I've come to visit her all the time, and I enjoyed it so much so that I left that IT position where when I left, I was managing support. I had 36 techs under me at Mac Warehouse, and I moved here and started my own thing and loved it because I had family here. I already had friends here, and it was easy for me to transition. And there was nobody here. You just put an ad in the Yellow Pages, and that was it. And then build it, and they came, and everybody started calling, and I was all over it because it was exciting to me. You know?
And back then, I was really, I mean, I was a video game addict back then too. But but as far as the knowledge of all the different computers, and first of all, to afford a computer back then, you had to have, it was expensive. You had to have money. But to get it fixed or understand it, and like you were talking about, run, go, and when you write programs, and maybe
all those launch commands.
Yeah, man, you got like a dot to go from here to there with all this stuff you're entering. So that was the extent of my knowledge with it. But I remember calling you because I was searching for my first computer, and you helped. And this is again over 25 years ago. Until this day, we still use Mac product, and there's no one out there that I know of here at the beach, especially, that I could call and feel comfortable to know that you could either A, walk me through something, or B, come out and counsel me on it. And that's a big deal.
The service calls are a big deal. Apple doesn't even do that at this stage. Back in the day, when I was in my early 20s, they sent us parts through Eastman Kodak. I used to work for Kodak, and they would send me the parts to replace on all these original Apple computers, and then eventually PowerPC 61, 71, 8100 series, and all those computers. So they send us logic boards and power supplies, and we would actually do it on site at the people's houses and businesses.
Yeah. And you still do that.
I still do
to a
it.
degree. Yeah.
Right. I love it. I go to businesses all over from here towards Wilmington, and then all the way towards Charleston. We have clients here that prefer I come out to their house and sit down and either give them some training or fix their network topology issue, or if they're having a problem, I pick up their computers, we bring it back here. If it's more convenient for them, we fix them, we service them, and then we bring them back.
Yeah.
So we offer that service. We also offer trade-ins. If you've had stuff damage with water damage or lightning, we assess. We help to do the appraisals, so they can turn them into their respective insurance companies so that they can get remuneration. We do a lot of stuff like that. But the big thing is we do sell new and refurbished computers as well. We don't just repair desktop and laptop.
And when we had our business and I was using Mac products, one of the things that you could get support by calling. Today you have some of the bigger brands out there that will give you some warranty and then phone support. But how many times have you jumped on a phone call? It might be from another country. You're trying to get support. Hard to understand.
Exactly.
Maybe they pick up the call after 20 minutes of waiting. But with you, it's a live person. You're there, you come out, you help people. And then the other thing I remember, and this is another reason I had gone with you when we purchased our products, were you were the only person that offered like a 3-year, no question warranty on the products.
So let me explain that. So that's something we've always done. Even with the refurbished computers that we sell, we offer a 1 to 3 year warranty. And why do I do that? Well, because we can stand behind everything. I have vendors that I've had for 30 plus years, and if there's any problems, they'll just send me another computer, or the parts I need. So if they're standing behind me, I could stand behind it, and chances are I have the parts. I've accumulated all these computers. I probably have hundreds of computers in the store in various states of parts machines that people have traded in or had water spills, and I save everything because I'm like that. And so if I don't have the parts, I could just replace the machine, so I can efficiently stand behind. So that's why we offer the 1 year and the 3 year on refurbished computers, and of course the new computers as well. Anything that's under Apple Care, I still refer at this stage to the King
source.
Street Apple store in Charleston, because they're the better people, and they offer this FedEx Repair Exchange program that a lot of people don't know about. So if you don't want to drive 2 hours there and back, you could just call the 800 number, open up a case, and they'll send you a FedEx Repair Exchange box for you to send back. And I try and at least point people in the right direction. If we can't help them, or if it's under Apple Care, I tell them exactly what to do so they could expedite it directly with Apple and have little downtime, and then just turn it around. It's the same thing, if somebody calls with an iPhone or an iPad, I'm like, well, we don't do that, but I can recommend a few places here locally that can, if it's out of Apple Care. If it's under Apple Care, again, you should participate in the FedEx Repair Exchange program. Right. A lot of people don't know about that.
Yeah, but that's fantastic, and just having the source yourself with that. With your knowledge is comforting, to be led down the right path, and the fact that you're willing to share and say, no, you know what, this is where it's better that you go. I mean, that's priceless. It's important. I applaud that. That's so awesome.
Thank you. I try and do everything I can to help people and at least point them in the right direction. Like I said, a lot of people don't do that, but we care, and I just want everybody to be happy. And I tell people, look, if you ever have any computer-related issues, please keep us in mind. So it's an opportunity, even if they're not calling for what we do, that maybe in the future they'll consider us.
What about when it comes to why should I choose you, and not just me, but clients choose to make the phone call to Apple Core Solutions
because we care. Because we'll give you a free consultation, which again is something else that nobody does. We'll look at the computer with you and assess it and tell you if it's cost effective to repair. Because we don't want you to put a lot of money into a computer when you could buy another one. If it's too expensive, we would rather you trade it in. And we'll waive the labor for migrations, and we'll give some kind of offset to make you feel good about trading it in towards a newer refurbished computer. But more importantly, if it's cost-effective to repair, I'll give you my honest consultation as to whether or not the computer is cost-effective to repair, so that you're not, throwing good money after bad.
Well, and I think one of the things that I could say why I would choose Sam and have over the years is he is a family-run company. 3 generations are involved here at Apple Core Solutions. When you walk through the door, it's a physical location. You could actually come in and be warmly greeted by his mom at the front desk, or sometimes his son. He's also
my son Sammy,
running around doing his part in the business. And if you're lucky to catch Sam, because he's out and about and he's got 100 things going on, but whenever you do catch him, he's always just a pleasant person to see here.
I'm still taking all the calls. Even if I'm not here all the time, I'm training my son to do a lot of this, and he's doing a great job, and my mom's a big help. And, collectively between us 3, there's nothing we can't handle. And if it requires me, I'll go out, and help somebody out on site if it's more convenient, or I'll meet them here. I just prefer to schedule by appointment if possible. We have a lot of people that walk in, and that's fine. We could do that, but we prefer to schedule by appointment just so that we can organize it. And that way I can meet with somebody if it's required.
Absolutely. And it's complicated, the work that you do. It's sophisticated, so it's important. What about if you could give one tip or one piece of advice to maybe someone who's starting a business or is already in business that you believe you've learned in all these 30 plus years of business that would be helpful?
Take your time and explain yourself, and sit down and really work with the person and try and understand what they're trying to accomplish. Treat everybody with, like I said, love and respect, and be patient, because, everybody's different. And some people are stressed out. All their data is on this computer, for example, and they can't get it off. And try and just, comfort them that everything is going to be okay, and take the time that's needed. A lot of people don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
They won't take the time to really talk to the person and get to know, hey, this is a real person, and they're stressed, and I'm going to help them calm down, and we're going to get this solved for you so that you have nothing to worry about. Yeah. You have to reassure people. That's that old bedside manner. When I used to live in New Jersey as a kid, Dr. Rye was my doctor, and he would show up at the door with the bag and help us, and talk and sit down, and hey, are you okay? And that bedside manner is everything. Customer service is everything.
Yeah.
So, that's my best advice.
It's an experience. No, thank you for sharing that. It's an experience, and you had mentioned you answer all the calls. Like you go to a good restaurant that the owner's there. And and the owner comes out while you're eating and actually communicates and talks with you and how you been and knows you by name most of the time. And I mean, that's a service that's
a big deal.
It's missing. It's missing anymore. And I think people with all this amazing technology that you know how to repair and troubleshoot and overcome challenges with, you've managed to stay humble and still connect with people. So you haven't allowed technology to pull you away from that awesome service. So I appreciate you, and I appreciate you taking the time to share, with the audience some tips.
No problem.
And
you make
history.
it easy, Mike, because you're real easy to talk to.
Gosh,
I don't normally do these things with the white hot spotlight sort of thing. I'm a humble sort of guy, but with you make I'm comfortable with doing this, which is a rare thing.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. And Jay on the back end again with Clean Feed Productions makes this happen, and he makes it easy for us too, because he won't. If I wasn't willing to do the interview, and he wouldn't do the filming, so I had no choice. So I have to make it easy. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, but don't forget Jay Burgess, Clean Feed Productions. He's on Facebook. He could help you.
He's awesome, by the way.
Yeah, he is, and
both these guys.
We are so grateful that you took time out of your busy schedule. Sam took time out of his busy schedule.
No problem.
You might hear some noise in the background. Phone calls. That's because we're in the middle of a living, breathing store right here, and but yet Sam carved out some time, and you can't meet a better, more humble, honest, caring person as Sam. He is genuine, and
thank you.
Businesses like him, I just wish that there was a lot more of them out there, because we just so need more people like you, man. So keep up the good work, brother. It's so
Thank
good.
You so much.
Thank you, man. Yeah, appreciate you. Hey, don't forget to check us out on our next episode. This episode, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. Maybe you have a business that you'd like to share a little bit about, give a little bit of information or tips that could help people out here listening. You can give us a call, 843-997-0228, or just check us out on YouTube or Facebook. We appreciate you for tuning in. Thanks so much.
He's the man. Oh my God.
Appreciate you, brother.
Every business has a story, but there's one question every business should answer. Why should I choose you? Real businesses, real answers. Why should I choose you? A multimedia podcast series to help business focus in on the value they bring to their communities.